My husband slipped something into my soup. I watched his hand hover over my bowl for just a second. His fingers opened. Something small fell in. He didn't know I was looking. I froze. Ryan turned back to his father, kept talking about work like nothing happened. My heart pounded so loud, I thought everyone could hear it. I stared at my bowl. Chicken noodle soup. His mother made it every Sunday. I couldn't see anything. Whatever dropped in there was already gone. Dissolved. "Bryn, you feeling okay?" his mother asked. "You look pale." "My name is Bryn Caldwell. I'm 29, and my husband just poisoned me." "I'm fine," I said. "Just tired." Around the table sat his whole family, his parents, his sister Michelle with her husband, their 2 kids running around. A perfect family dinner. Except my husband was trying to kill me, and I had no idea why. Ryan ate his own soup, completely normal. He even went back for seconds. "This is incredible, Mom," he said. She beamed at him. Then he looked at me. "Aren't you hungry, honey?" There was something in his eyes. Something cold. He was waiting for me to take a bite. I picked up my spoon. My hand didn't shake. "Just letting it cool down," I said. I stirred it slowly. My mind was racing. I needed to think. I needed a plan. "I'll be right back," I said. "Bathroom." I stood up. Ryan's jaw tightened, just for a second, but I saw it. I walked down the hall, locked the bathroom door, pulled out my phone with shaking hands. Then I realized something. I couldn't call the police, not yet. I had no proof, just suspicion. I needed to be smarter than this. I needed to catch him. I stared at myself in the mirror. Think, Bryn, think. Ryan had been acting strange for weeks, maybe longer. Late nights at work, password changes on his phone, whispered calls he'd take in the garage. I'd noticed, but I didn't push. I thought maybe he was planning a surprise. Our anniversary was coming up. Now, I knew better. I splashed water on my face, took a deep breath. When I came back to the table, everyone was talking about Michelle's kids, their school play, soccer practice, normal conversation. My bowl of soup sat exactly where I'd left it. I sat down. Ryan glanced at me, then at the bowl. "You okay?" he asked. "You were gone a while." "I'm fine." I picked up my spoon again. His mother was talking about dessert. She'd made apple pie. Ryan's sister laughed at something her husband said, and that's when I saw my opportunity. Ryan's mother got up to check on the pie in the kitchen. Michelle turned to help her kids with something. Ryan looked down at his phone, just for a second. Everyone was distracted. I moved fast. I switched my bowl with his mother's. She hadn't touched hers yet, too busy hosting. The bowls looked identical. Same soup, same amount. I placed mine exactly where hers had been, hers in front of me. My heart hammered, but my hands were steady. Ryan looked up from his phone. He saw me with the spoon, saw me take a bite from what he thought was my bowl. He relaxed, smiled. "Good, right?" "Delicious," I said. His mother came back with the pie. "Let me just finish my soup first," she said. She sat down, reached for the bowl in front of her. The bowl that was supposed to be mine. The bowl with whatever Ryan had put in it. Ryan saw it too late. His face went white. "Mom, wait." She took a spoonful. "Mom, don't." But she'd already swallowed. Ryan's hand was halfway across the table, frozen. His mother looked at him strangely. "Don't what, honey?" He pulled his hand back, forced a smile. "Don't fill up too much. Save room for pie." She laughed. "Oh, Ryan, I made plenty." She took another spoonful. Ryan's leg bounced under the table. I could feel it. He kept glancing at his mother, then at me. I ate from her bowl. Calm, slow, like nothing was wrong. His father was talking about golf. Michelle was wiping her daughter's face. Nobody noticed Ryan's panic except me. I checked my watch. Noted the time. 6:42. If something was going to happen, I needed to know when. Ryan's mother finished half her soup. "I'm getting too full," she said. "Let me save room for dessert." Ryan exhaled slightly. Maybe nothing would happen. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I just made a terrible mistake. Then his mother coughed. Just once. Quiet. Ryan's head snapped toward her. "You okay, Mom?" "Fine. Just went down wrong." She took a sip of water. 1 minute passed. 2 minutes. Ryan was watching her like a hawk. She laughed at something Michelle said. Seemed completely normal. 3 minutes. She reached for her water again. Her hand trembled slightly. "Is it warm in here?" she asked. Ryan's father shook his head. Feels fine to me. 4 minutes. She pressed her hand to her chest. I feel a little strange. Ryan stood up. Maybe you should lie down. I'm fine, honey. Just 5 minutes. Her face went pale. She gripped the edge of the table. I don't feel right. Michelle jumped up. Mom? 6 minutes. Ryan's mother tried to stand. Her legs buckled. Ryan caught her. Call 911, he shouted. His father pulled out his phone. 7 minutes. His mother's eyes rolled back. She collapsed in Ryan's arms. Everyone was screaming, but I sat perfectly still, watching my husband's face, watching the fear in his eyes. Not fear for his mother. Fear that he'd been caught. The ambulance arrived in 12 minutes. Paramedics rushed in, checked her vitals, asked questions. What did she eat? Any allergies? Any medications? Ryan's father answered, his voice shaking. They loaded her onto a stretcher, started an IV. We're taking her to Memorial, one paramedic said. Ryan rode with her. His father followed in his car. Michelle stayed behind with her kids. She was crying. I don't understand. Mom was fine an hour ago. I put my arm around her. She'll be okay, I said. But I was thinking about something else. The soup bowls were still on the table. Michelle, why don't you take the kids upstairs? Get them ready for bed. I can't just... Your mom would want them taken care of. I'll clean up here. She nodded, wiped her eyes, took the kids upstairs. The moment she was gone, I moved. I found plastic bags in the kitchen, gloves under the sink. I carefully poured the remaining soup from Ryan's mother's bowl into a container, sealed it. Then I bagged the bowl itself, the spoon. I did the same with my original bowl, the one I'd eaten from. Evidence. I hid them in my purse. Then I called someone I thought I'd never call again. My brother Jason. We hadn't spoken in 2 years. Bryn? I need your help. Now. Don't ask questions yet. He worked in a medical lab. He could test the soup. Where are you? I gave him the address. I'll be there in 20. I cleaned the rest of the kitchen. Made everything look normal. My phone buzzed. Text from Ryan. They're running tests. Possible cardiac event. Where are you? I typed back. At your parents' house. Helping Michelle. 3 dots appeared. Disappeared. Appeared again. Stay there. I'll call soon. I stared at that message. He wanted me to stay. To wait. Why? My brother arrived 30 minutes later. I met him outside. What's going on? He asked. I handed him the containers. Test these. Everything you can find. Toxicology, chemical analysis, everything. He looked at the bags, then at me. Bryn, what did you do? Just test them, please. I'll explain everything later. He took them. This is going to take time. How long? 48 hours minimum. Make it 24. He nodded, left. I went back inside. Ryan came home at 3 in the morning. I was sitting in the living room, waiting. He looked exhausted, scared. How is she? I asked. Stable. They're keeping her overnight. They think it might be her heart. He sat down next to me, put his head in his hands. I don't understand. She was fine. She's always been healthy. I watched him carefully. He was good, really good. If I hadn't seen what I'd seen, I'd believe him completely. These things happen, I said quietly. Sometimes there's no warning. He looked at me. I'm glad you're here. He reached for my hand. I let him take it. His palm was sweaty. I need to tell you something, he said. My heart stopped. What? He hesitated, looked away. I've been under a lot of stress lately. Work stuff, money problems. I didn't want to worry you. What kind of money problems? I made some bad investments. Lost a lot. We're in debt, Bryn. Serious debt. I kept my face neutral. How much? 200,000. I let that number sink in. Why didn't you tell me? Because I was ashamed. Because I thought I could fix it. He squeezed my hand. But seeing my mom tonight, it made me realize, life's too short. We'll figure this out together. I almost believed him. Almost. But I knew what he wasn't saying. 200,000 in debt. And I had a life insurance policy for $500,000. He'd taken it out 6 months ago, said it was smart planning. I'd signed without thinking twice. Now I understood. He wasn't trying to fix the debt. He was trying to cash in. We'll figure it out, I said. Together. He hugged me. Over his shoulder, I stared at the wall. 24 hours. That's all I needed. 24 hours until Jason called with the test results. Then I'd know for sure. The next morning, Ryan went to the hospital early. I told him I'd come later. The moment he left, I started searching. His office, his computer, his files. I found the insurance policy. Read it carefully. Accidental death clause. Double payout. $1 million. I found bank statements, gambling debts, loan shark threats. He was desperate, and desperate men do terrible things. My phone rang. Jason. I got preliminary results, he said. And? Bryn, there's digitalis in this soup, a lot of it. My blood ran cold. What's digitalis? Heart medication. In small doses it's therapeutic. In large doses it causes cardiac arrest. Would it kill someone? Absolutely. Can you prove it was intentional? I asked. The concentration is way too high to be accidental. This wasn't prescribed medication that fell in. Someone put this here on purpose. I closed my eyes. Can you send me the full report? I'll email it in an hour. Bryn, you need to go to the police. I will. Soon. I hung up. But I wasn't going to the police yet. I needed more than soup. I needed Ryan to confess. I needed him to try again. My phone buzzed. Text from Ryan. Mom's doing better. They're releasing her this afternoon. Can you pick up her prescriptions? I stared at that message. He wanted me to get her medications. An idea formed. Sure, text me the list. He sent a photo. 3 prescriptions. One of them was digitalis. For her heart. That's where he got it. He'd been stealing his mother's medication, crushing the pills, putting them in my food. How long had he been doing this? I thought back over the past few months. The headaches I'd been having, the dizziness, the fatigue. I'd blamed stress. Long hours at work, but it wasn't stress. He'd been poisoning me slowly, building up to a fatal dose. Last night was supposed to be it, but I'd switched the bowls, and his mother had taken the hit instead. I picked up the prescriptions, brought them to Ryan's parents' house. His mother was home, resting on the couch. She looked weak, but alive. Thank you, Bryn, she said. I don't know what happened last night. The doctors said it was your heart? Some kind of episode. They adjusted my medication. Ryan appeared from the kitchen. Hey, honey. Thanks for getting those. He took the bag from me. Our eyes met. I'll put these away, he said. He went upstairs. I waited 30 seconds, then followed quietly. His parents' medicine cabinet was in their bathroom. I heard him opening bottles, moving things around. I stayed in the hallway, listened. He was counting pills, checking how many were left. Then I heard a different sound, pills being crushed. He was making more poison. For me, I pulled out my phone, started recording audio. I pushed the bathroom door open. Ryan spun around. In his hand was a mortar and pestle, white powder inside. His mother's pills scattered on the counter. We stared at each other. What are you doing? I asked. His face went blank. Making sure Mom's pills are organized. With a mortar and pestle? Some of them are hard for her to swallow. I crush them. That's not what you're doing. His expression changed. Something dark flickered across his face. Bryn, I know what you did. He set down the mortar carefully. I don't know what you're talking about. You put digitalis in my soup, but I switched bowls. Your mother ate it instead. His jaw clenched. That's insane. Is it? Because I had the soup tested. The report shows lethal levels of digitalis. The same medication you're crushing right now. He went very still. You can't prove anything. I have the soup. I have the test results. I have you on recording right now, crushing pills in your mother's bathroom. I held up my phone. His eyes went to it, then back to my face. Why would I hurt you? I love you. You need the insurance money. $500,000. Double for accidental death. You're drowning in debt. Something changed in his expression. The mask fell away. What was underneath was cold. You're smarter than I thought, he said quietly. Not smart enough to marry you. He took a step toward me. The recording doesn't matter. It's just audio. Could be anyone. Could be faked. Another step. And the soup? You stole it from a crime scene, tampered with evidence. Any lawyer would tear that apart. He was right. I knew he was right, but I wasn't done. I also copied your files, the insurance policy, the bank statements, the threatening emails from loan sharks. The pattern is clear. Pattern isn't proof. Maybe not, but your mother's hospital records are. They'll show digitalis poisoning, and when they test her medication bottles, they'll find your fingerprints, your DNA. His face hardened. Then I guess I need to fix this before that happens. He moved fast, grabbed my wrist, twisted. My phone clattered to the floor. You should have just eaten the soup, Bryn. He shoved me backward. My spine hit the wall. We could have done this the easy way. Quick, painless. But you had to be clever. His hands went to my throat. I couldn't breathe. Black spots appeared. Then I heard a voice. Ryan, what are you doing? His mother, standing in the doorway. Ryan froze. His hands loosened. I gasped for air. His mother stared at us, at the crushed pills, at my phone on the floor still recording. Mom, this isn't... I heard everything, she whispered. Her face was white. You tried to kill her. You tried to kill your own wife. Mom, please. You poisoned me instead. Her voice broke. Ryan let go of me completely. It was an accident. I didn't mean, get out of my house. Ryan didn't move. Mom, listen to me. Get out. She was shaking, tears streaming down her face. Ryan's father appeared behind her. He'd heard everything too. What have you done? His father said. Ryan looked at all of us, cornered. Then he ran, past his parents, down the stairs, out the front door. His father pulled out his phone. I'm calling the police. I picked up my phone from the floor, still recording. I had everything now. The police arrived in 8 minutes. I gave them the recording, the soup samples, Jason's test results, the insurance documents. They found Ryan 3 hours later. Trying to cross state lines, he was arrested, charged with attempted murder. 2 counts. The trial took 5 months. His lawyer tried everything, called me paranoid, said I'd set him up, that I'd poisoned his mother to frame him. But the evidence was overwhelming. The digitalis in the soup matched his mother's prescription exactly. His fingerprints were on the mortar and pestle. The audio recording caught everything, and when they checked my medical records from the past 6 months, they found traces of digitalis in my system too. He'd been slowly poisoning me for months, building tolerance, planning the final dose. The jury took 2 hours. Guilty on all counts. 25 years to life. I sat in the courtroom and watched them take him away. He looked at me once. No remorse. Just anger that I'd outsmarted him. His mother came to me after the sentencing. I'm sorry, she said. I should have seen it. Should have known. You couldn't have known. She hugged me. Thank you for saving my life. You saved mine too, I said. If you hadn't walked in when you did, I didn't finish. Didn't need to. A year later, I'm in a new city, new job, new life. I don't date, don't trust easily. I probably never will again. But I'm alive. And sometimes, late at night, I think about that dinner, about the moment I saw his hand move over my bowl, the moment I decided to stay quiet, to be smarter than him. Some people say I should have called the police immediately. Maybe they're right, but I needed proof. And I got it. That's what kept me alive. Not luck, not chance, just one decision.